Here we are, going down the slide to get.
From the thrilling to the mediocre, we snap, share, and store the memories of our lives by the thousands.
How many pictures or videos would you say are on your phone right now?
Oh gosh, when I was looking the other day for something, I have at least 13,000 photos on my phone and probably a few hundred videos.
And Jennifer Sardum, who lost most of her childhood photos in a house fire, is on a mission to archive them.
Don't get me, Rexy.
For her daughter's generation and beyond.
The reality is that many of the digital possessions, if you will, or digital artifacts of our life, they're not physical objects anymore. They're in the cloud, they're stored in our devices, they're contained within other companies' storage.
Tech journalist Daniel Seberg co-authored Digital Legacy, a new book that details preserving and protecting your online afterlife, beyond just those images.
It seems like such a laborious house cleaning task. How do you figure all of that out?
You know, one of the challenges with anybody's digital legacy is that the ways in which you might wish to manage it are not universal.
What digital data do you think is important to preserve?
Really everything.
And she's turning to Good Trust, an online company that stores and manages her cloud data, including her social media, financial documents, and will. Call it digital estate planning.
It just feels really good, and I want to be able to share that and keep it alive even long after I'm gone.
Because she's a veteran, Jennifer won't pay for Good Trust's $70 a year service for a decade.
So we want to be a force of good to giving to people who served us.
Rikar Steiber is Good Trust CEO and also co-authored Digital Legacy.
My father passed away beginning of last year, and then I had some good friends dying in COVID. So I kind of unfortunately got into this whole thing to sort of figure out what happened to people's digital accounts when you pass away.
Deciding what's worth passing on and unlocking all of that data stored in the cloud is a challenge.
I discovered that it's much more difficult and, potentially insane than you would ever imagine.
Consider this. There are 500,000 tweets every minute, 500 million active daily users on Instagram, and 1.8 billion people active on Facebook every day. And that's just the people living.
I went online and I tagged someone who's now dead, and their account was still alive.
What we estimate is that on average about 30,000 people are dying on Facebook on a daily basis, and some people might want to keep their profiles active in some way.
Social media sites have varying rules for preserving or deleting accounts. Facebook allows users to appoint a legacy contact to maintain the account of someone who's died. And while it isn't explicitly stated on their website, Twitter does allow those with login and password information to continue posting on behalf of a deceased user in perpetuity.
In some cases, you may be required to have a court order. In other cases, you may need power of attorney.
All the more reason, says Daniel Seberg, to have a plan for what makes up your physical and digital world.
We're now absolutely intertwined between the analog physical world and the digital virtual world. There's no going back.
We're all in.
We're all in, whether we are absolutely comfortable with it or ready for it or not. We are now moving into this braver new world together, and it is time for us to think about what anybody's digital legacy means.